Hi again guys, and welcome to another random video. Okay, now in this video today, what I'm going to show, well, not the new VHS tapes, not the DVDs, not even PlayStation games for that matter. And you probably remember, but back then, when I used to show off the old L'Oreal Kids shower shampoos that you get from the 90s back in the day. That was back then from my last video. Well, this time, well, you never guess what happened from 2 days ago. Well, basically, first of all, when I went shopping on a Monday, well, I have happened to spot a normal retro bottle of the normal Pepsi. Now, that's the first time item which I'll show you in a minute. And then, of course, as of today, now, I have to pick up at least 6 bottles. Now, just to give you a heads up, now only the Pepsis are £1.85, and of course for 3 bottles, that's free for £3 at Tesco's, which is not a very bad price though. Well, that's only if you want some squash to go with it, that is, and 1 fizzy drink. Okay, so this is why I am going to be showing you some Retro's 90s pack of every fizzy drink and 2 squashes that I'm just going to quickly show you. So, here's the first one to begin with. Now, this, however, this is the original Pepsi, and it's the normal one. Now, I know I don't normally drink normal Pepsi, but hey, it's got an old look of a Pepsi, though. And as you can see, it says Retro 90s pack. So that means that the Pepsi, however, has been around only in the 90s, but that was until the 2000s design will kick in, you know, with the background of a blue, and of course it has the Pepsi globe on that one, and even sometimes, I don't think they got a red stripe on it, but apart from the one on here. So yeah, I think the reason I picked up those bottles from the 90s, well, it makes me want to go back being a kid again, because I remember, when I went to Debenham's Cafe, that's when with my dad years ago, well, he first introduced me to a normal Pepsi. That was how I used to enjoy it. That was way before I even enjoyed Pepsi Max. And just to mention that Pepsi Max is my favourite drink. So yeah, so this is what the original Pepsi looks like back then. So it's obviously looked like a time capsule for all old logos. So anyways, so if I show you. Oh, and I know this one's got sugar in it, but hey, it's the 90s, what can you do? And it's got the back, and it's worth 1.5 litres, and that's about it really. So the back, it's a little bit boring though, but the front, on the other hand, yep, this is way good. And the next one is another Pepsi, but only this time, look at this, it's Pepsi Max. I think that this is a fairy drink that was launched in the 90s somewhere. I can't even remember if it was launched in the 80s, but I think it's mainly the 90s when it all kicked in. So yeah, this time it's got dark blue background, just like in the original Pepsi from the 2000s. And this time it's got the white Pepsi, the one that we all know and love, and it's got Max at the bottom. So yeah, so this is what it looks like. So yeah, it's good to be back doing the 90s. So yeah, this time it's got no sugar, no salt, and there's only 1 calorie and no fat. But I know for a fact that this bottle of normal Pepsi does have no fat in them, which is fine. And of course, there's the back. Yeah, that's the same. And so this is what it looks like. So yeah, that's that. And now moving on to the next model. Now, here's something that I remember that logo as a kid, but when I was being introduced to Tango a couple of years ago, I think it's, let's just say it was about 20 years from now. So, this is what it looks like. This is Tango Orange. And as you can see, it says original on it. So, yeah, and it's got the old computer, like, font on the top. Retro's 90 pack, which is cool. So yeah, I remember this old look as a child, only when I was being introduced to Tango, as well as my dad did on the normal Pepsi. as you can tell, well, this is Tango, and I definitely used to love this as a child. Well, I'm so glad to have picked this up along with the others. So yeah, that's Tango Orange. So yeah, and I will show you the back very quickly. Yep, so that's definitely Tango Orange from the 90s. Yep. And here's another Tango one, but this time it's an apple flavour, and it says sugar free. Now obviously, I don't remember having this sort of a drink in the 90s or over 2000s, and the only flavour that I only liked is Tango Orange. And would you know, at least they got some old-fashioned looks for this. So yeah, it's a bit like apple juice, but a bit fizzy with bubbles on it. So yeah, that's Tango Apple. And now for the last fizzy that I can show you. Now this is 7-Up, the original and the best. Now I know this one is a lemonade of all sorts, but of course I haven't got 7-Up Zero yet. But if I happen to come across the other bottle of 7-Up Zero, I will show it to you in the next video or so. And of course, this is what it looks like back then in the 90s. So yeah, and I'm just going to quickly show you around the bottle. So yeah, that's the 7-Ups, and that's pretty much all the fizzies that I can pick up. Yeah, including the normal Pepsi, which I spotted them yesterday, and 4 of these. Yeah, don't worry. Now I'm only going to be drinking some of it for a couple of days. Oh, sorry, I meant I'm only going to drink some of it though for a couple of days, just before I even take some labels off those bottles, because those logos were very special to me. Okay, now let's just move on to the squash, because the blackcurrant and orange squashes are the only flavours that they got on another retro pack, and here it is. So this says retro pack, but this time there's no 90s on it this time. So obviously it's got the classic Robinson's logo, and it says apple of blackcurrant. Yep, and there's a child picking some apples off the tree, and there's some real blackcurrants. I think that this is either from the 90s or probably from the 2000s. Yeah, and I think I also remember this logo as well as I did with the original Tangos. So yeah, so obviously there's the back, and as you can see it says 4 parts of water and 1 part of Robinson's, and it's only 5 calories per glass. Could you believe? And with real fruit goodness in every drop to add to your glass, water bottle or jug. And that's Robinson's blackcurrant squash. Now that's the kind of squash I like. And now let's move on to, and this is the last bottle that I'm going to be showing you, and it's Robinson's orange. Now this time it's got a boy picking some oranges up from an orange tree, because otherwise he would have used it to make some marmalade, because marmalade is made out of oranges, you know. So yeah, there's a father giving a boy a helping hand. Now that's the same logo there, but this time it's got orange. So yeah, as you can see, there's some real oranges there. Yep, and I think I've had orange squash a bit, but I haven't had it for a long time, since my favourite is only blackcurrant. So yeah, that's the Robinson squash. In fact, that's both of them. So there you have it, viewers. So these are the bottles that I can show you now. Mind you, what a good selection of those drinks that I sometimes remember having, but only in the 90s, but I was a bit too young for fizzy drinks back then. But hey, the 2000s are better than nothing, because by getting those bottles within the old 90s look, well, that made me feel like a kid again. Okie dokie. Right, I better say goodbye then, and I'll see you in the next one. But when I go and get the 7-Up Zero Sugar or something, the retro pack one. Right, so I'll see you soon for that. Bye bye. Oh, and of course, I will give you an update on how I get on cutting the labels off those bottles before I throw them away very soon as well. Bye bye. Oh, and happy drinking.